Social Security decreases by 74% in 2036. So Aaron writes in, says, Josh, I recently read that Social Security benefits will be reduced by 74%. I think she said in 2036 or 37 is what it was. I haven't seen anybody talk about this. What do you think? I think it's completely read it wrong, Aaron. There's no one sitting there saying Social Security is going to be reduced by 74%. No one's saying that. So if someone is, there you go. What are you doing, buddy? If someone is saying Social Security is going to be reduced by 74%, they're lying or they're completely ignorant, or a combination thereof is probably the truth there. No one is saying Social Security is going to be reduced by that much. What they're saying is Social Security will pay out only 71% of the oh, good boy is puking. Oh, poor boy. Oh, you okay, buddy? I can always tell. You can always tell when a dog's about to puke. It just starts getting a little bit, not yucky. Don't eat it. Dogs. Dogs and their bodily functions. Is there anything weirder? Yes, humans and their bodily functions. No one's saying Social Security is going to be reduced by 74%. All right, it's just not true. What they're saying is in 2035, Social Security will be able to pay out 71% of its total benefits as promised under current law. All right, so that's what they're saying. That was reduced from 72% to 71% in 2035, which is interesting because in the last few years, memory serves, it was down to 2032 when it would pay out 72%. So they've increased from 2032 to 2035, but they've decreased it because of what's going on now, from 72% to 71%. Oh man, the springtime. I just love. Oh man, I'll never. Oh jeez, just smells so good. Oh, that's why you gotta get outside, because getting outside is just good for your health, your mental health. It's just, and I'm just grateful to live. Look, as a Christian, you don't want to be more into this world than the future world. But man, it's tough sometimes because it is just, this world is full of so much beauty. It's just full of so much beauty. And it's hard not to fall for the allure of this world with the money and just the beauty of it. But that's what God says is, well, C.S. Lewis said this in particular, that we can't even fathom. I'm not sure if Jesus talks about this. I just don't know. But C.S. Lewis says we can't even fathom the joy that is to come. It's we can't fathom it because it's so overwhelming that the human brain can't even capture what's to come. And it's tough because you're sitting here looking at these roses, hearing the birds, smelling, just seeing. Oh, it's just tough to fathom that life in the future world is going to be this times a billion. It's nuts. I can't imagine. Anyway, going back to Aaron. So don't fall for that stuff, Aaron. My goodness, it's doomsdayers are out there. I think you probably misread what somebody was saying. But if someone is saying Social Security benefits will be reduced by 74%, that's wrong. So hang in there, no biggie. At the end of the day, look, what they're going to do is they're not going to reduce your benefits. They're not going to reduce benefits. Maybe on the high end, maybe Bill Gates, something like that. But they're not reducing your benefits because there's just no political will to do that, and rightly so. I mean, we did what we were supposed to do. It's not our fault that Congress can't get it through their thick skulls with a president, be it Trump or Obama. That something's got to change. They just keep kicking the can down the road. But this is where I think, once Trump is reelected, hopefully, we'll see a pretty significant change on lots of this stuff. Because he's not a conservative in the traditional mechanism. I won't even call him a big spending Republican. He is, but not to the same degree like, George W. Bush was, or other Republicans who just, they don't care. Even though they talk a big game, but at the ultimate end of the day, they spend just like everybody else. I think Trump wants a lot of the stuff the Democrats want. In fact, Trump was even in favor of some form of universal health care. I think he could run on that very successfully. Oh, gonna sneeze. I Absolutely. And Trump was in favor of a tax increase to pay off some debt. And Trump was in favor of gay marriage and legalizing marijuana long before Democrats were. So Trump's got the chops, and I think he's got the political will, once reelected, to see some of these things go through successfully. And I think one would be a solidification of Social Security with a tax increase on wealthy taxpayers. I absolutely do. And if Republicans were smart, they would go along with it for sure. Because as I said yesterday in my video, how to promote patriotism and reduce CO2 at the same time, the Republican Party is not the party of the wealthy. It's not. It's the party of the middle class. And so the middle class people, you know, you're going to go? Yeah. Oh, is he going? Good boy, Pablo. The Republican Party is the party of the middle class. And so the tax increases on the wealthy shouldn't affect Republicans who are the voters. So Republicans would vote for that. They might even be in favor of some sort of a universal health care, because Republicans also don't want to have to wait till 65 years old to retire because of Medicare. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't like a single payer. I don't mind a public option that says, look, you know, here are your options. You pay less for a public option with less services, or you pay maybe even less for a private option with more services, but you're going to have to be underwritten. I got no qualm with that. In fact, I think anything is a good option, more so than what we have now. That's a fact. So we shall see, but I would not be shocked in the least if Trump is reelected. And I say if, because who knows, man. I mean, is Biden going to make it through until the general? I doubt it, frankly. I'm telling you, my biggest concern has always been Michelle Obama. Some on the political right, libertarian right, like Dennis Miller, think Hillary's coming back. I absolutely don't think so. Hillary's got no base other than, you know, the Karens out there, but no one else. She's not. No one wants to hear from Hillary. That's a fact. I don't think many people are all that inclined with Biden. I know he's got D after his name, so inherently they have a lead, because California, New York, Massachusetts, a lot of big states, New Jersey, automatically go down. But I'm not all that worried about Biden so much, a little bit, but not because of him, just because he's got the D. Hillary's not coming back. I think it'd be Michelle Obama. I'm trying to think, you know, Eric Holder, no one cares about him. Maybe in 2024, I doubt it. He just comes across as a pompous guy, whereas Obama came across. I mean, Obama, like him or hate him, he seemed to care. You see what I'm saying? He really. I was not an anti-Obama guy. I didn't like his policies. I didn't like the people he brought with him. But the facade of Obama, I was attracted to. I didn't vote for him, for sure, and I couldn't stand his policies. Could not stand Valerie Jarrett and Axelrod, and all the people that Obama, ran with. But Obama of itself was a good representative of optimism and caring. And Biden is not that guy. Hillary is not that guy. The only other person would be Michelle Obama that I can see right now. I don't know who else it could be, because they already had their primaries, and Biden was the last man standing. Think about it, Biden. Oh, jeez Louise. So I think Trump's chances of being reelected are high. Given where we are today, I do think they're pretty high. But the question that comes down is, if he is reelected, who will he take with him in the Senate and the House? Will it be a significant group from the left of the AOC types? I don't think so. So I think it'll be more pragmatist on the left from the Democrats, and probably more pragmatist on the right, because I think Trump has brought a lot of the Republicans along to recognize the need to get stuff done to benefit the middle class. And enough of this orthodoxy of, tax cuts for the wealthy stuff. I mean, we've done that. We've done that enough. No one, that doesn't fly anymore. People just don't care. Now, people ultimately who are, what's the word I'm looking for? Ideology says we want less taxes as a whole because it implies more freedom. I completely agree with that. Ideology, I would love to have less taxes. However, that's not going to happen, right? So pragmatism has got to supersede ideology when it comes to taxes, because you're not going to win to ability to govern if you can't reduce your ideology for what people are demanding, which is health. I'm telling you right now, healthcare. People want a fix for that, and I think the fix will be short term if we went to a single payer, which is why it's critical we get Republicans to win, because they'll offer options like Part D. Part D is a voucher. Medicare Advantage is a voucher. You see what I'm saying? These are voucher programs. And that's good. Voucher programs allows you the freedom to choose, which is what we want. Now, if it's a Democrat wins, it's going to be a single payer. And that's not good. Single payers are bad because they're dominated by bureaucrats. And bureaucrats follow what they think is a science, which is always corrupt everywhere in terms of, oh, well, we're going to, our favored groups are going to get this treatment. Our non-favored groups, smokers, beer drinkers, people who eat McDonald's, that kind of stuff they're going to be put to the pasture, which is always a concern for sure, because that's not freedom. And then, of course, who knows if you're a gun owner? You think that's not on my mind? Oh, you're a gun owner? Well, you're taking on a bigger risk than other people, so we're going to have to charge you a higher premium. You think that's not likely to happen? And enough of this thinking this stuff can't happen in this day and age. Look at what they're doing, man. Look at what Trudeau just did in Canada. He just with a stroke of a pen, he banned AR-15s and just all kinds of semi-automatic rifles that are deemed to be assault rifles. And it's stupid, but that's, look what's going on. They're arresting people in places in America, for heaven's sake. They're putting you on lockdown in America. So you think they can't just say, yeah, do what we say, or going to jail? And the sad thing is a lot of Americans would support it, as we're witnessing now. So at the end of the day, going back to the question, a little bit long-winded here, but be it as it may, I just feel like yapping. I'm not worried at all about Social Security. They will fix it. I don't know how they will, but you're not going to have your Social Security benefits reduced. No politician will ever win doing that. They might do it under the cover of darkness, but if they do, it won't be reduced. I'm just telling you, there'll be pitchforks like you've never seen. And again, as I always cite, just look up YouTube, Dan Rostenkowski, Social Security. All right, you will see this is a big lib, chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee, the most powerful person in D.C. after the president, probably after the Speaker of the House. But the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee is the one who controls the checkbook. All right, so he is in the top 3 of power players in D.C. And because of that, when you see Dan Rostenkowski being run down the street by, or chased out of a town hall, I should say, by angry seniors in Chicago, and that goes shows you that people don't take kindly to even the idea of reductions in Social Security. So don't fall for these freaking people saying, you're going to reduce your benefits. It's simply not true. All right, we'll see you.